What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And y'all, what I really realized for real, like the other day, I realized I was really a reality TV junkie as a little bitty boy. Seriously, I was like, I'm talking about I was 9, 10 years old, heavily into reality TV. Without question, like I was into reality TV before like when it in its infant stages, especially like at VH1, BET, MTV, right? I was really watching, not infant stages because these shows been around for a long time, but I'm talking about like in my, like really before I was a preteen, I was into these shows, you know. And I really noticed that when one of my homies, man, he was talking to me about that show, what, Love is Blind, right? Because his girlfriend watch it heavy. And he was like, you know, that's the show that Nick Lachey does. And I'm like, man, Nick Lachey? I say, man, I remember when Nick Lachey was married to Jessica Simpson. My homie didn't even know Nick Lachey was ever married to Jessica Simpson in his life. And I was like, for real? I said, bro, they had a whole TV show called Newlyweds. And Newlyweds ran from like 2003 to 2005. 03, I was at least, what, I was like 9? No, excuse me, 03, I was 10. I was 10 in 03, duh. Yeah. So, yeah, 03, I was 10. So I was watching Newlyweds. Me and my sister Nate was watching it heavy then, right? I was so into reality TV, bro. I remember when the Surreal Life first popped off. That's when Flavor Flav really made his introduction into reality TV world. When he was on there, I didn't know, because again, I didn't grow up listening to Public Enemy. So I'm like, who the hell is this dude that look crazy as hell? With this damn crazy hat on, with these horns on, these gold teeth. Flav out here looking like something boy. I'm like, bro, who is out here messing with Flav? Like, Flav got women, all these damn kids. Who is effing Flavor Flav? You feel me? Like, I was to be laughing like, man, you fucking Flav raw. Excuse my language, but boy. But anyway, I saw Flav on there, and that's when I saw Flavor Flav first meet Bridget Nielsen. Y'all know Bridget Nielsen from the Rocky movie. She was in Creed 2 as Victor Drago's mama, and she was Drago's wife on Rocky 4, right? And so Flavor Flav first met Bridget Nielsen on The Surreal Life. And they were like messing with each other, having sex with each other. Bridget Nielsen about 6 foot tall, Flavor Flav short dude. I'm like, it was an odd couple. Tall, big, tall white lady. I don't know what is Bridget Nielsen's nationality. What is she? Bridget. Yeah, she was a Danish actress. She's a Danish actress, Bridget Nielsen, with this tall Danish woman with this little bitty short man, right? And then they had a spinoff of The Surreal Life called Strange Love, which documented Flavor Flav and Bridget Nielsen's romance. So whatever little romance they started on The Surreal Life, right? Bro, I was watching all of that, and eventually that turned into Flavor of Love, where Flav was really the reality TV show, dating show OG. He started that shit. Me and my mama, my grandmama, my auntie, my mama and them would gather around the TV and watch that religiously. We watched that every week just to see what the hell was going to happen on the show, because it'd be some crazy stuff happening. And I remember at that time I was a short little chubby kid, and I started feeling good about myself because I said, God damn, if Flav can get on TV and tongue down some pretty girls, all hope is not lost on my little fat little chubby self, right? I'm like, man, if Flav out here doing this, I'm gonna be all right, right? But anyway, man, I remember watching shows like Baldwin Hills. Y'all remember Baldwin Hills? Moriah, Garen. Garen had the little flat face, you know what I'm saying? You had Sal. Garen was a pretty girl though. You had Rocky, which is Reggie Theus' daughter, Rocky Theus. All that. I was watching all of that. I was watching again, I Love New York. You remember New York was on Flavor of Love. That's the only girl that ever really liked Flavor Flav on that damn show. I don't care what nobody say. She was really into Flav all the way through and through. New York got her show that was a spinoff. I watched that joint. I remember that man T-Weed. She had Midget Mac on there. It was crazy stuff on that show. But anyway, I watched Home Hogan knows best. This is before I knew Hulk Hogan was out here dropping the N-bomb. Before he was like, wait a minute. Hey, about to say the N-word. Wait a minute. I mean, brother. Wait a minute, brother. All of that. I was watching that damn show with his daughter and his son and his wife. I was watching the True Life. I watched True Life. I have OCD. And I remember watching that show and feeling like attacked or feeling like, yo, because I promise you, when I leave out of the house, I'm twisting the door knob 4-5 times, making sure the door is locked, making sure the door locked, right? I remember at times having not OCD like they had it, but I had it to a degree, and I'm like, damn, this is what this is called. Like, it was one dude, he had to put on his shirt the perfect way, and if he didn't put it on right, he would spend. I'm talking about 20 minutes trying to put his shirt on the perfect way he felt like it was supposed to be put on, right? And one dude, he would turn the doorknob. If it didn't feel right when he turned the doorknob one way, he had to close the door and start all over again. And he would do this for 10 minutes at times. Just getting out the house was a hassle for him. Because if he turned the doorknob in a way that didn't feel right, he had to close it and do it again, right? I watched True Life. I'm broke, which I identified with, but I mean, I'm going to be real with you. That's disrespectful to me for me to even say. It was people that was really going through stuff that was like really, really in financial holes and really did not know what to do, right? And I'm looking at the show producers like, damn, help them out, y'all. Get them some money. Y'all recording them and recording all this stuff going on in their life. Help dude out. He trying to get a job, trying to help his family. Y'all see they in here struggling. Get them some damn money, producers. And I hope that they did. I believe they probably did. But it was just like, in my mind, I'm thinking, y'all help them, goddammit, instead of recording them, right? But I watched VH1 used to have these shows like I love the 70s, I love the 80s, I love the 90s, where they would, I love the 2000s, where they would talk about inventions, TV shows, food items, all different type of stuff that came out in the 70s, 80s, 90s. They would have I love the 70s, I love the 80s. They would have these shows dedicated to stuff that came out during that time period. Stuff like ColecoVision, stuff like Nintendo, stuff like the PlayStation 2. They would have like Cabbage Patch Dolls or whatever. They would have when the Troll Dolls first came out. They would talk about the Chia Pet when the Chia, right? Y'all remember that when the Chia Pet first got invented on these shows. So it was dope. First of all, I was into Making the Band, right? I'm talking about the original Making the Band. When Mysterious didn't get picked and she lost her damn mind, she was mysterious. Y'all remember that? I was watching that, right? When Chopper and them first got picked, when Sarah got picked, when Babs Bunny and Enes and all them and Freddie from Miami called my man's Miami. I was watching Making a Band during that time when he made them walk. I watched the episode live when the episode first aired. When he made them walk for the to get the cheesecake from what's the place it was called, man? I forgot the name of the place they get the cheesecake from. He made them walk to go get the cheesecake. I was watching MTV Cribs and came to find. I watched the episode with when Redman brought him to his little apartment he had, and it was all crazy stuff was tore up. But he kept it real. And then to come to find out later that how a lot of them people's houses was fake. I watched College Hill. I was watching the real world. I was watching like when CT first got introduced. Johnny Bananas, Coral, Mike, aka The Miz. And I remember when Mike was on the real world, he wanted to be a wrestler. He talked about it. When he would get drunk, his alter ego would come out, he would call it The Miz, right? And then come to find out years later, he started actually becoming a professional wrestler. And when I saw that shit, it blew my mind because I was like, damn, he really spoke that into existence. He wanted to be a wrestler and he became a wrestler. I remember seeing Alton. I would watch the Real World Road Rules Challenge shows, all of that. I watched College Hill, all that when they was at all the different HBCUs. That was dope. I watched, and it was at Virginia Tech. Not Virginia Tech, I'm sorry. Not Virginia Tech. What's the one I'm talking about? Virginia. What's that one called? Virginia State. It was at Virginia State. That one was dope. And I had classmates from Morgan Park High School that went to Virginia State. I watched Jersey Shore with Snooki and The Situation. I watched Rob and Big. Now let me tell you about my best friend. What? I watched all of that. Remember the Newlyweds had the chicken versus tuna debate when Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson started it? But I was a reality TV show junkie, for real.